Didn't average women come out saying they don't want average men if they don't have all of the six? They didn't want the average man and didn't care. Now that average men are looking elsewhere, it has become a problem. The average modern woman made themselves undesirable to the average man. It's either you want the men or not. I think the real crisis is women today only want to date a guy after he got his money up. When he was struggling in college, she wasn't checking for him. But now that he finished college and got his money up, he might not be checking for her anymore. Over the last 20 years, American women have been trying to be like men. Well, so now they've fully succeeded. Congratulations. Now many of you know what a majority of unloved and unwanted 23-year-old men have gone through after experiencing rejection after rejection, because good was not good enough. Women are afraid that when they're done getting done by non-committal Chad and Tyrone, they won't have a retirement, meal ticket, backup, friend-zoned average dude to turn to. Smart men. This carousal of feminism won't end until good men make it end. These women don't want good, boring men that would faithfully commit. They want butterflies and tingles and the dopamine drama hits they get from men out of their league. I think the stats are that 80% of women on apps are swiping for the same 10% of guys. It's very apparent that modern women do not want to shoulder the majority of the blame for the dating crisis that they created. Truth be told, men have not changed, but women surely have. They went through all these phases from decade to decade, and now it has reached a critical point, and they don't know what to do. Every time something was pointed out about their behavior and the way they were acting towards men, they dismissed it like, so what? All men have done differently was choose not to deal with it anymore and go elsewhere. For years and years, men have shouldered the responsibility to take care of women in every way possible. They've taken the responsibility to approach women, make the first moves, and take the initiative in every way possible, only for women to play hard to get it each and every second, to use men for their own material gains, and to discard of them when they see a better and wealthier man giving them attention. Men are disgusted to the core at how women monkey branch off to other men as a result of their hypergamous nature. A core part of female nature is hypergamy, which means they date up the socioeconomic strata. This might be great for them, but it's demoralizing for men. Imagine a guy who makes just enough money to pay his bills, put decent and healthy food on the table, have a nice car, and a decent apartment, and do everything he can to accommodate the woman he loves. He uses his life savings to buy her a diamond ring, help her settle in with him, pay for her lifestyle, and even take her on trips to other cities. He's doing everything he can to make her happy. Now imagine that the same woman starts getting some attention from a rich businessman who earns more in a day than the woman's current boyfriend earns in an entire month. That man finds her attractive and keeps sending her messages and sliding into her DMs. She eventually agrees to see him and is blown away by his wealth and the luxury handbags, heels, and watches he gifts her. What he spends on her is nothing for him, by the way, but what her current boyfriend spent on her was everything to him. Now imagine that woman dumped her boyfriend and starts dating the wealthy billionaire full-time. She just discards the guy who truly loved her with all his heart and just jumps on a chance to be with the wealthy guy. And guess what? That wealthy guy then dumps her after a few months, leaving her stranded and begging her old boyfriend to move back in with him. Sure, this sounds like a drama or a movie, but it's a common reality. This is what men are facing every single day. Men are supposed to act traditionally and roll out the red carpet for women in every way possible, while women are okay mistreating, misbehaving with, and discarding guys just because they have 100 thirsty simps lusting after them. Men work in the most brutal conditions and fields and make sure they put food on the table for women, while woke anti-male feminist women talk about more women being CEOs and heads of organizations, saying that every profession is patriarchal. However, they never want to take part in all those professions in which men risk their lives trying to provide for their families. What does this tell you? This tells us that women only want the best of all worlds. They want to be treated like queens in relationships, They want to be treated like something else in the bedrooms. They want to be treated like CEOs as soon as they walk in an office. They want to be treated like celebrities wherever they go. Truth is, women crave attention. They want validation. They want everyone to say how great they are, without having to put in any hard work. More and more average men are choosing to ignore women as a result of men going their separate ways, which makes women want men more because women naturally crave acceptance and validation. Women want those men more and more while men neglect them more and more. This is something all of us have witnessed and experienced from time to time. And there's nothing wrong in talking about something that is so apparent. This got me thinking about how the dynamics are constantly changing for men going their own way. They have to deal with family, friends, colleagues, and society in general, who are curious to know their reasons for choosing not to play the dating game anymore. People are genuinely curious and have their own understanding of MGTOW when they learn more about it. There are many who already believe in it, and there are some who completely reject it. Men are expected to take the lead. Plain and simple. Somewhere along the line, I think everyone must have thought about why women are always the ones who expect everything to be done by the man. I mean, even in long-term relationships, the guy is supposed to do the tough housework and provide for the entire family. Where did the woke feminist go now? What happened to equality, right? But the question is, why is it that women expect everything from a man, especially when all they can do now is talk about equality and how men have oppressed them and controlled them? Women, on the other hand, are slowly coming to this realization and are unsure of what to do. Men going their own way are rejecting women, even the most stunning ones who have never been rejected by a guy. How will this develop over the next 5 or 10 years? I always found it funny that they would say they don't need any man, and when the men stopped dealing with them, now men had a problem. It's the same story you hear when a person talks about the job they have and how much they hate it, and the job is lucky that you show up. Once that job fires you or you are no longer there now, you cry about how the company did you wrong and all that you gave to the company. That's how black women act. They had no problem talking down on black men constantly, and now that black men have looked at other options, they are even angry. Make up your mind, women. But this time it might be too late, because once a person's eyes have been really opened, it's hard to close them again. The bottom line, it's not worth it. Not sure why women also don't understand that a man's job market is vastly different from a woman's job market. Woman, for some strange reason, thinks the world runs on psychology, communications, public relations, and anthropology degrees when it runs on construction, engineering, electrical, plumbing, welding, fabrication, transportation, mechanics, fishing, farming, etc. The only field where there might be equal footing is medicine. Men in the fields mention making just as much, if not more, than women in their fields with their degrees. In a crisis, which jobs are constants and which ones lose importance immediately? You get the point. The point is, modern women are now actually afraid that the average men don't want them, and especially won't want them in the future as well. That's something for them to think about. Thanks for watching The Circle of Kings. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.